Hello everyone, welcome back to Database session. I hope you are doing very well. In this session, we will learn about dynamic notebook with Databricks parameter. So let us imagine you have a single Databricks notebook that generates beautiful sales report. Let's suppose today you need a report for India and tomorrow you need a reject same report for USA and next week it's for other country. Okay. And now here is a big question arise. Should you create three different notebook for these three country? Absolutely not. That would be messy approach because hard to maintain a nightmare when required changes. So we make our notebook dynamic using parameter. Parameter let us run the same notebook with different input every time, making our workflow reusable, scalable and super easy to maintain. So in today's session, we are diving deep into one of the most practical feature in Databricks job, the notebook parameter. Okay, we will clearly understand what job parameter and what task parameter are, how to read them inside a notebook and key difference between them, dynamic parameter, and finish with real world data engineering use cases. So let's jump straight into Databricks and get our hand on with complete demo. If you are new to Databricks or want to level up your data engineering skills, this video is for you. So let's get started. Now you can see here I am in the home page of Databricks, which is using free edition. Okay. Now let's build a small but realistic workflow demo together. Okay. So let's go to your workspace and let me use here this folder YT demo. You can use as per your understanding. Let me create notebook and let me give this notebook name as a notebook task 1. Okay, and now let's go to here. You can see a job and pipeline. So let's click on this to create job. You can see here blue button. Click here, create job, and let me give it this meaningful name. Let me give here demo parameter. Okay, and you can see here notebook Power BI. So let me add by using this green button, add another task. Click here and let's suppose we want to add here notebook. Okay, so let me click here and let's give task name notebook task 1. Okay, let me format and you can see here type notebook source workspace, and now let's select here path. You can see here YT demo folder and let's select this notebook task 1. Okay, you can see here currently this notebook is empty. You can click here to see here notebook our okay notebook task 1. Okay, so again go to here job and pipeline. We create here two tab, one for notebook and one for job parameter. Okay, for simplicity, and let's use here compute serverless. Okay, and notebook environment you can see here, and if you scroll down you can see here most important part here parameter section, and you can click here add button to add parameter, and let's suppose we want to add here key country and select here India. Okay, and now let's suppose we want to take this India into our variable. So let's go to here our notebook. So in this job we use here key as a country and value as a India. Okay, now how to get this India value using this key? We need to use here dbutil function. Okay, so let's use here dbutils.widgets dot, you can use here get. Okay, and inside a bracket use here key name which is country. Okay, so let's use here country, and let's also create variable as also country. Okay, and also print this country. So let me explain line by line. This is the Databricks asks please give me the value of country key name. This is the key name. Okay, and value stored in this variable which is also country. Let me small this. This is another variable for simplicity and understanding purpose. Okay, and simply print it using this function dbutils.widgets.get. Okay, now let's go to here job, and let me create here this job using single parameter. Let me click here to create. Okay, and this job is successfully created. And if you can run also by clicking here run now, or you can go to here job and parameter and refresh this, and you can see here job created listed here. Okay, and click here to run. You can see here run now pop-up. So let me run using this button, and let me refresh this. Here you can see here job is running now. You can click here to cancel, or you can click here to edit job. Okay, view all run and delete job if you click here three dot. Now again let me, you can see here this job is successfully succeeded. Okay, so let me click here to see here output. Now you can see here the output for this running job. Here is this function get key value as a India, and print here using print function using this variable CNTRY. Okay, now let's make this job more dynamic. Let's go to here and click here to edit. Okay, and let me add one more parameter. If you scroll down in parameter section, click here to add. Let me scroll up. Okay, and you can see here now add this, and this time we use here, if you go to here we want to use here task run id. So let me click here and let me name this key as a task run id. Okay, you can see here job run id, and if we run here then we can also see a task run id. So we want to get that task run id. Okay, and let me use this key name in notebook. Okay, so let me create one more cells, and task run id is a variable, and use here same dbutils dot widgets. Okay, dot gets, and use here key name task run id. Okay, and also print this task run id as a variable. Okay, so this function get the value from key and stored in this variable task run id, and using print function to print for demo purpose. Okay, now let's go to here and save this job. Okay, and this job is updated successfully. Let me run this time from clicking here. Okay, so this job is executed, and now let's go to here job and pipeline, and if we refresh this, you can see this job is still running. Okay, now this job is succeeded. Click here to see here output. Okay, you can see here task run id. This is similar same id. Okay, okay, and we also print here India, and now this make our notebook dynamic using parameter. Okay, and you will see here which is unique long number date change every single job run. Okay, this is fantastic for logging and auditing and debugging production job. Okay, now let's add one more notebook. Go to here workspace and open this folder and create new notebook in this folder, and call this notebook task second. Okay, and also copy this one. Okay, and click here and also add this variable to this notebook, and make this depend on first task. So let's click here and let me add one more notebook. Okay, and this notebook depend on first notebook. Okay, so when this notebook is succeeded, then this notebook is run. Okay, so let's name this notebook task 2, type notebook source, and select here path notebook task 2 invite demo folder. Click here, and you can see here depend on notebook task 1. Okay, and run if dependencies all succeeded. Okay, and in this notebook we do not define here parameter, and save this first. And first notebook we have a parameter country, and we use this variable in this key here in second notebook. So let me try to run this, and I want to show you something here. And if we run this job and go to here and refresh this page, you can see here job is running, okay, but this will be fail. Okay, so let me show you why this will fail. If we click here, this is succeeded. Now still running. Now you can see here this job is fail. If we click again here job and parameter, you can see here status. Let me refresh this. You can see here red flag, which is just job status is fail. Okay, why this is fail? Because task parameter are private to those tasks where they define. Here we define here parameter, okay, in this notebook. Okay, they are not automatically shared to second notebook, okay, this notebook. So how we can make available to both notebook those parameter? We need to use here job parameter. So again go to here and click here edit job, okay, and let's click here and let me delete this, okay, and go to here job parameter. You can see here edit, save and continue, and use here country key and value is India. Okay, now save this. Now this country key is available, country key parameter available to both notebook. Okay, and now let me run this to show you. Okay, now again go to here and refresh this. Here is job still running. Click here. First notebook is succeeded. Let me click here. You can see here country is now India. Okay, and again go to here, and in this notebook now you can see here India. So using job parameter, uh, parameter is shared with all tasks. Okay, so this will succeeded. Okay, you can see here now this job is succeeded. Okay, so let us summarize. In today's lesson we have learned what notebook parameter are and why they matter, how to create task parameter and job parameter, how to read them using dbutils.widgets.get, and we also see a dynamic value reference for metadata like task id, and why task parameter are not shared with, and how job parameter solve it. Okay, so these are the concepts used daily in enterprise Databricks project. Mastering them will make your data workflow much more professional and scalable. Okay, so that's all for today video. In the next lesson, we will explore more advanced Databricks workflow features that are essential in real production environment. And if you found this tutorial helpful, please give the thumbs up, share with your friends and subscribe to the channel so you never miss future Databricks and data engineering tutorial. Okay, drop a comment below and tell me what you want to learn next. Thank you for watching. Keep learning. I will see you in the next lesson. Take care. Thank you so much.